Kia ora Rotorua, good evening. Tonight on City News. Labour MP Steve Chadwick opposes the government's state housing policies. Bay of Plenty Regional Council to fly the Māori flag on significant occasions. And the West End hit The Gruffalo is coming to Rotorua. Those stories and more in detail tonight on City News. Housing Minister Phil Heatley visited Rotorua last week to talk to the Rotorua Property Investors Association. Mr Heatley told the gathering that the government's goal was to free up state houses for those who really needed them by helping people applying for state housing to look at other options. Mr Heatley also said that improving advice given to people on waiting lists should push more people into the private sector. However, Rotorua Labour MP Steve Chadwick adamantly opposes Mr Heatley's statements and says the national government's state housing policies are cruel.
I was the MP here for 9 years and often dealt with people sitting on the edges of the waiting list, hoping that they would get a Housing New Zealand home to be decently housed in a warm house. They weren't asking for a palace. We didn't have them here in Rotorua because National sold off 11,000 homes just before we got into office. These were people that weren't screwing the system. They were wanting decent housing for themselves and their families and their children. But those that now sit on this category C and D are really having that gate closed for them, the doors shut in their faces. They're told to go away and pay market rentals for residential property, and in that town that's a lot of people going to be affected here.
We have more from Steve Chadwick and Labour's Environment spokesman Charles Cheval later in City News. Bay of Plenty Regional Council will fly the Māori flag on more days significant to Māori, such as Matariki, Anzac Day, Māori Language Week and other milestones. The Regional Council was the first local authority to fly the Māori flag on Waitangi Day this year. The Regional Council's Māori Committee meeting heard that although Waitangi Day fell on a Sunday, the flag was noticed by members of the public who had responded positively. Māori policy staff had surveyed 10 other councils to ask if they were likely to fly the Māori flag in the future. 8 said they had not considered it, while 2 were seriously considering the idea. Government agencies including Parliament, the Governor's residence and Auckland Harbour Bridge had all supported flying both Māori flag and New Zealand flags on Waitangi Day. Committee Chairman Pai Eru said the Regional Council was the only council to have adopted flying the Māori flag, and all councillors unanimously agreed to fly the flag on more occasions than just Waitangi Day. The Rotorua area's second Combined Adolescent Training Unit and Support, or CACTUS, course came to its conclusion on Saturday at Reparoa. 25 students from Reparoa College battled the torrential rain and hail to complete their longest day challenge. One of the final challenges was the pulling of a milk tanker up Reparoa Road to the township. The students were encouraged along the way by Rotorua police officers and school and community leaders, as well as family and friends. After completing their longest day challenges, the students attended their graduation dinner. The CACTUS course is an 8-week intensive physical training course and challenges youth behaviours through a disciplined and regimented training regime based along military lines. Rotorua Police Course Coordinator Sergeant Steve Sutton says he saw a major shift in attitude from some of the students who took part and that they had learned to work as a team. The next CACTUS course for the Rotorua region has been not yet announced. And another one for the kids. The West End production of the monster hit children's tale The Gruffalo comes to Rotorua's Civic Theatre on the 30th of August as part of the show's extensive 12-centre North Island tour. London's Tall Stories Theatre Company have toured in Britain, Europe, America and beyond with this much-loved story, and the show has been an even bigger hit in Australia with sold-out seasons. The Gruffalo is at Rotorua's Civic Theatre on the 30th of August at 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. and tickets are available from ticketmaster.co.nz. In sport tonight and to the Waikoa Bay competition. Despite a win on Saturday, Pikiao are out of the top 4 and the semi-finals of the competition, leaving Otumotai left to represent the Bay of Plenty. Otumotai were last year's grand final winners in the now defunct Bay of Plenty Coastline Gisborne competition. Now they are the only things standing in the way of Waikato taking the honours in this year's Waikoa Bay Premier competition. Otu Motai will travel to Rest Hills Park in Hamilton to take on the top of the table Hamilton City Tigers, while Ngārua Wāhia, who are in second place, will host Taniwharau at Davies Park in Huntly. To weather Rotorua and the surrounding area tonight. Showers, strong westerly overnight, a low of 8. Tomorrow Wednesday, a few showers developing, strong gusty northwesterlies, a high of 13 and a low of 9. Long range for Thursday, showers, heavy and squally, strong southwest change, a high of 11 and a low of 7. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, westerly 20 knots gusting 30 knots, easing to 15 knots for a time in the morning. Waves less than half a metre, fair visibility and a few showers becoming frequent in the evening with poor visibility. Still to come tonight on City News, a special report from the recent police dog display celebrating 50 years of service. And we hear from Labour MPs Steve Chadwick and Charles Chauvel.